Hello, my name is Zach Dodd, and this is Around Town Gainesville, where we take a deeper dive into local businesses and their culture. Today, I'm joined with Jill and Eli Canady from Canady Appliance Repair. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you
Thank
being
you.
with us today.
All right.
So let's get into it. Give us a little background on the company, your origins. When did the company begin? It's a family business, I understand, as
That's
well.
right. Mhm.
So how big is your team? And just kind of go into it. For
We're a two-person show.
okay.
I do the work. She does the admin and phone taking and appointments and books and whatnot. So we're
Sure.
a team in that regard.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're just as good as we are. We're good.
Yeah. Hey, less is more too. I mean,
That's
you
right.
have less to worry about.
That's right. Yeah.
My company's only 3 people.
All right.
You know, we manage 250 plus
Right.
properties, so it works out that way.
It works. So we started our company, Canady Appliance Repair, in 2017.
2017.
He has been doing appliance repair since 1996,
Right.
and we did more full blown this year more than the others. But we have been Best of Gwinnett for many years,
2020
and
on, right?
yeah,
Right.
and then we did Best of Georgia. We
Yeah.
try to do whatever we can for our customers. So we started a lot because we personally have special needs kids, and I would be home alone a lot
Sure.
because he would be out working. And when we would have different things, different kind of services come, people seem to take advantage of you. You feel that way,
Right.
especially if they think you're. To me, it felt like if I was a single mom there, alone, that maybe my prices might have been jacked up a little bit. It's happened to my parents. They're elderly and have things. And so when we started, it was a whole thing of no matter what, these are our prices, and we're not going to do anything to anybody, no matter what, no matter who's there, no matter what, we're not looking at that. And we wanted this because there's not enough honest people out there, and we wanted to be those people. So there's people who will lowball you and tell you they'll be there for you
Right.
at
Come out for $10
whatever
and it's $4,000.
cost.
Sure.
Yes,
Exactly.
and then that happens, and then they build it on and build it on, and we just, we tell you up front, this is how much we're coming out for. It's just what we have to do in order to run our business, and we'll come out, we'll diagnose it, we tell you what's wrong with it, what's wrong with it.
Sure.
He's
That's vital for sure.
He's great. I go out with him occasionally on service calls. He will show you exactly, like, this is broken, this is why you need it replaced, and this is the part cost, and this is what it's going to cost.
Right.
So
So you know full well what's up, what's going on.
Yeah.
That was our main goal, was to make sure people knew we're coming out, this is what we're coming out for, and we'll show you exactly what's wrong. We'll give you the prices up front. You're not going to just be charged something out of nowhere.
Honest transparency.
Yes,
Right.
because that happens a lot, where you're charged something and then you just feel guilted into, you're going to have to pay this,
Right.
when you thought, oh, they're coming out for $40, because someone lowballed you.
Right.
Hey, we're going to come out for this. And then you end up spending $700 out of nowhere that you didn't have or expect.
Yeah. Right.
But you just feel guilted into it. You never have that with us. We tell you honestly, this is how much we're coming out for. And if you don't want to do the repair, you knew exactly how much we were coming out for. You're not going to be charged because we showed you what was wrong and how much it would cost. We're not charging you for that part. We told you this is how much we're going to charge you to come out, and we'll give you a quote for how much it's going to be, if it's going to be more than that. And then on top of that, what we told you we're coming out for, that amount goes towards the repair. We're not doing an additional amount.
Right.
Where, a lot of people will do this is your trip charge, your service charge, your material charge, whatever.
X, Y, Z,
We don't do that. And that was our main goal of the business.
That's why we're getting such reviews and all that other stuff, because that has been the case.
Yeah.
There's been a few calls where it's like, you know what, I'm actually not needed.
Right.
You know, I could go out there and say, hey, look,
Right.
you don't need that. Thank you. Here's my, so, you know, we'd like to do as much as we can over the phone.
Yeah, troubleshoot, sure.
Yeah, I give me as much information as you can, because the more information you can give me, the more I can make a better judgment call to get the job done. Because I like to do the job one time.
Right.
I don't want to keep coming back 4 times, because every appointment that I have to make,
Right.
you got to come back. You got to stay home. You got to, you know, this. People don't do that all day.
It affects everybody involved. Well,
Sure.
It's very commendable, guys. Yeah, thank you for sharing your scope of work with me as well. Let's kind of dive into the specifics of it.
Okay.
So, appliance repair, it's a very broad thing. You got your fridges, you've got a washer and dryer, washing machines,
Sure.
all kinds of stuff, and not all, not everything fits the same shoe. Or
Right.
we could say that. What's the most difficult appliance that you guys think you have to perform repairs?
Would be Samsung and LG refrigerators.
Okay, why is that?
Well, they look great. Good build quality as far as their stainless steel components and all this, and all that, but they're very complicated internally. What I say by that is that you have a dual evaporator. What that means is you have one down below for your freezer,
Right.
which is a pull-out freezer, which is most models of that. You have your bottom freezer.
Sure.
Those are pretty good, no problem. I never really have a problem with your freezer, but you get to the top, you have an additional evaporator. Sure. And what that does, you got a compressor in the bottom, you have a diverter that shifts your Freon from top to bottom. Okay. Yeah. Well, the bottom is just a regular freezer, which gets down to 0 degrees and it defrosts accordingly to stay frozen. Right. Well, the up top doesn't work that way. It doesn't have a heater, it has a time. Right. That time, because it's not full on, your frost pattern is about a quarter of what it is in the freezer. So you got a full frost pattern down below that operates the freezer to keep it at 0 degrees, but up top it's about half that. It's a different style, so it's control board driven. There's a little hole in the back that actually gets drain water, which is every defrost has a drain behind there to keep the water away. Well, that backs up constantly. That heater that's behind there will freeze over. Yeah. That heater will still come on. Now you have a leak, and now you have that heater coming on. Now it's going to start to warp the plastic. Okay. When that warps the plastic, that whole back seal doesn't go right, and it starts to rust, right. And it starts to not perform. People always tell you, got a good freezer, but the top's always bad. Sure. That's the problem, and that's right. New technology that's come out here in the last decade or so. Yeah. It's supposed to help for efficiency. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that design is great and all when it works, but when it doesn't, it's a thing. And that's the one, and it's mainly on LG, and there's some on KitchenAid and some on GE. Right. Not all the models do that, so you can have a difference in GE and KitchenAid that have that same system, but it's a certain model of theirs. But Samsung and LG, it just seems like and that fails quickly. Yeah. And a lot of times once you do that repair, it doesn't last.
Yeah. So you're having to do an appliance repair.
Right.
You're not getting that 10 years. Like
correct. It's a constant thing.
They don't make them like they used to. Like
right.
we're talking off camera,
right. Yeah.
A Westinghouse or something of that sure. nature would last you your whole lifetime.
Right. Now they're not. They don't have all the features.
They don't have all the features.
I get all that. You may have an ice maker. Whatever.
Right.
But yeah, everything's all sensor driven and this, that. In other words, before it was just straightforward.
Right.
And that's what you expect. You want straightforward, just work. That's all I care about. I want the work.
So if I was experiencing an issue with an appliance, what factors would help me make a decision to repair or replace it entirely? In property management, we get this all the time where, you have a 20-year-old fridge sure. that the part's going to be $300+.
Right.
Would it be better to just, put it in, see how much longer it lasts, or to replace it entirely?
Correct. So age and condition. In value. So what I'm saying is that let's say that the value, what I equate it to, let's say you do have a 20-year-old refrigerator. I go into it like this. So this machine is 20 years old, it's been working great. It's just now having an issue, right? Maybe not the best looking, maybe it's dated or whatever else, but you love it, you like it, you want it to work.
Right.
So I equate it to if this machine was in perfect working order at a used appliance store, how much does it cost? Let's say you could sell it for $250, right? But your repair bill is going to be $450. Yeah. Well, let me think about this. I can get it just used for $250. I repair it like $450. Right. Well, now you got age, condition, and value. So now you're over double what it's worth in perfect working order. So you're not going to get that the value back on this ever again.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
If you love it that much, do it. But I would equate it to it's like, well, hold on. If it's okay, so it's $450, but if I put another $200 with it, I can get a brand new one.
Right, exactly. Right.
You see, so you want to consider that. So you want to make sure that, hey, where's my money best spent? Yeah. Am I chasing myself?
Yeah.
Right. So you want to make sure that the repair is done and done right. However, a lot of that stuff is not really that much expensive. let's say that it is the repair. It's worth $250 fully working order, but only costs $250 to fix. If you love it that much and it does give you the value that you think you and the performance that you think it should, maybe justify it. You're on the line.
Yeah, right.
But if it's a repair that's only 180, whatever, just do it.
Yeah, sure.
You know, because it's
It
worth doing.
also depends on people's budgets too.
Sure.
You know,
Right.
if
Not everyone can do. Yeah.
you might not have the budget to buy a whole new one
Right.
to where that repair is worth it.
Right.
But you also, of course, you can't. You have to buy new if parts aren't available. You know that part you would always have to do.
Yeah, part availability.
But he's always good at telling you, this is the condition you're at. This is going to be double the worth of your actual appliance. It's available and you could do the repair if you want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't suggest it. It's up to you though. If you want to do it, we'll do it.
Right.
But it's totally up to and then it's a personal decision. Some people, it's usually done due to people's budgets, whether they're like, okay, if I repair it now and it lasts me another 6 months, that's all I need.
Right.
Until I can have it.
Right.
So
that kitchen remodel that they're about to do in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A year. Yeah. But yeah.
They don't want to buy one appliance just to kind of go back and go, no, now we need a compliance package a year from now because I'm about to redo the whole thing.
Right.
Now I don't need this. Now what I'm going to do? A lot of times somebody will take it and just put it in the garage. Hey, I got a backup refrigerator for whatever. So
I appreciate you giving me some insight too. Hopefully, I won't have to replace any in the near future personally. But now I'll know what to take into
That's the
account.
thing. Yeah, appliances are very important in any household. So
generally speaking, let's. What do you think the average lifetime of most modern day appliances are? Do you think that as we're discussing with smart appliances, there's more components and they might look flashy, but what do you think? We're not seeing them last as long now.
Sure, right. So the rule now is 8 to 10 years.
Okay.
Whereas let's say 1984, it was 15 to 20 years minimum.
Yeah. That
you would get. So that's the difference in this. That it doesn't mean that today's appliance can't last 25 years because there are some brands out there that could. Yeah. Based on the ones that you buy. Sure. So the more flashy you get, the more operational components you'll have to fail.
Yes.
Less moving parts. So if you have more moving parts, more things can break. Less moving part. Now they may not look as flashy. However, they do make some of your basic stuff in stainless steel, white, black. I can really find it. It's usually the washers and dryers are blue, red, whatever. If you like the color, get it. Yeah. And so I'm more of a traditionalist. I like but I like the way the new stuff looks. It's pretty neat, this, that, and the other. Yeah. But if you're going to pay $4,000 for a stainless steel refrigerator, you're not going to get, you're going to get a minimum 8, 10 years. Yeah. That's tough to say, but you may have that one that say, hey, look, I paid $4,000. It lasts me 18 years. Yeah. I love it. Great. It's been great. That's the risk you run, and that's just that's the world we live in now. Yeah, absolutely. So things are throwaway. People just, I don't like it, throw it away. Yeah. We do that a lot, and not so much with appliances. Yeah. Maybe more like TV or other stuff like that, but not so much but even still, people just say, hey, look, I don't like this because I'm having so many repairs. Yeah. I don't like this model. Yeah. I liked it when I bought it. Right. But exactly. Because you got to realize who is a brochure seller and who knows what's inside. Right. So if I go to Lowe's, Home Depot, they're going to sell you based on what it looks like. Right. And so how does it perform? Well, if you look at this pamphlet, it'll show you everything. The manual here, it tells you, right. Exactly. I've always been the person that's always said, hey, look, if you're going to buy this, when I was doing retail, let me tell you what's inside. Yeah. Because I know what's inside because I work on it. Right. Because I know. Right. I'm not a salesman based on a pamphlet. I'm a salesman based on, here's what's inside. Let me show you why. Yeah. And I think that's kind of like your ace in the hole, just your back pocket knowledge that no one else has. And I'm not just a hiree. I'm actually a person that actually works on what I sell. Right. Yeah. Exactly. So now I've just been doing, repairs, not doing sales anymore. And that sets you apart. I mean, already. I mean, your professionalism and your knowledge, really, and you're very personable with people too. I can tell. And when we've had, you're so kind sending us an email. Out of just, you just pretty much telling us, what it was. You could have said, well, that'll be a consultation fee, or we'll have to go out and see it first. But try and troubleshoot with us. Right. We really do appreciate it. So, lastly, how can people get in touch with you? What's the best way? What's your office located, or what's a good number to reach you at as well? Well, my office is my van. Okay, nice. Okay. Right. The river. Yeah, right. Yeah. So we work together in that regard.
I do not work out of the van.
Okay. Right.
I'm not a Lincoln lawyer.
She's at home doing all the paperwork and whatever. I'm the one out there doing the work.
You
So
can reach us at 404-441-8611. You can also reach us at Canady, Canady Appliance Repair @gmail.com. We also have a Facebook page. You can see us on
next
Google.
door's big.
So it's best to reach us direct.
That's right.
And you can text us, you can call us, you can send pictures of stuff so we can let you know. We're huge on letting you know ahead of time. If there's stuff we can tell you through a picture or give you the information before we come out, we will. And that's just how
There's been
it is.
times where you have to replace the machine, and I'll say, hey, here's a buying guide
Yeah.
on, hey, here's what I like. Here's the models that I like. So if you're going to replace it, it's like, let's say you did have an LG. You know what? Try this KitchenAid model number XXX, whatever it may be. Give this one a call. I like this machine over the LG, even though they look the same.
Yep.
This components on this one look a little bit different than that, but these last longer, for whatever. So if you're looking for a certain style, I can give you some advice on where to go get it and what brand to get and help you in that regard so you don't make a mistake, so to speak, again, so you have to make sure the appliance you do want is the appliance you get.
But we do not sell appliances. We only
Not sell,
repair
just
them.
repair. Yep.
Well, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Well, thank you for having
Jill and
us.
Eli, guys, thanks
Yes.
so much, and
problem.
we'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks.
All right.